If we can't even address the problems that this country has done to the Native American people, we cannot even address the problems that it's done specifically to the black people, then I don't think anyone has a right to complain about shit, because we're not even addressing the problems who we wronged in the first place. I mean, we're talking about we need to take our country back. What fucking country? This ain't your fucking country. If we're not willing to give this country back to those who was originally controlled by, then, or inhabited by, then how are we going to talk about taking back our country? It's too hypocritical and it's too ignorant of history for my taste.
I think it's more practical to look at it that whoever lives somewhere, it's their country, no?
Yeah, if I can state the obvious here real quick. My question to you is that have you ever actually gone up to any kind of policeman or officer without being automatically aggressive, without even trying to at least communicate with the officer? Have you? Because I've done that, not just today, but in the past as well. And literally the stereotype that goes out there isn't really there. It to me isn't really that profound. But let me go in and give you a little bit of an illustration. There are literally a certain method of social psychology that was used when people don't know, and that's the thing, people don't know how many are in support of their ideas. They will support what they have been told publicly because they don't know how many people are there. When they are gathered around like-minded individuals to find out that, hey, a lot of people in the organization I'm working within actually do think like me, and I'm not being marginalized, And it's the same thing with the police industry. There was actually a experiment done similar to this. All right. So when it comes down to it, it may be that one of the reasons, and this is actually my firm belief on the situation here, based upon other experiments done on this, that maybe, just maybe, that it has something to do with, I don't know, peer pressure from the police and from the those people in the police, because they are perceived, that there's a perceivance in saying that we need to do our job, we need to enforce the law no matter what, and they probably don't know how many people are actually questioning that, and they don't know how many people are actually, actually in support of the events that have done that. Do you know how many people actually know about that? Who actually are in the numbers? Because I don't think you do. And I don't think you're in a position to actually state that, really.
Alright, well, firstly, I have talked to police who have been nice as, whatever to me. Very nice, very kind, very polite. Just like I have talked to neo-Nazis and other white supremacists who are very nice, very kind to me, who hear my thoughts, who have a civil discussion on these kind of matters with me. So just because a person is talking to me kindly, just because the person's not cracking my soul,
what you just did was a faulty generalization.
Why you cutting me off?
You just created a
Why are you cutting me off?
You created a faulty generalization. What you just did was a faulty generalization. You are inserting Godwin's law. You are inserting Godwin's law here to make a character assassination. Really, it is unneeded. Okay.
Why are you cutting off? Because you don't like hearing someone counter your fucking point? Now listen. When I say that, I'm not generalizing. I didn't make any generalization. In fact, I kind of clarify what you're saying is that not every single police officer is going to sit there and crack my skull. When I sit there and I talk about police officers, some of them will be nice, some of them will be lukewarm, maybe some of them will be more violent. It's not a generalization. Just like I use the example of white supremacists. White supremacists are not always very, mean. I mean, some of them can actually have a civil discussion with you. I mean, many people who adhere to ideologies that we consider oppressive or fascist or racist or whatever, many of them are not just violent people willing to, enforce their ideology upon people, but are actually willing to have a conversation. So my point is just because a person is willing to approach me in a polite or peaceful manner does not necessarily mean that they are my ally. Does not mean that. That's why I'm not really supporting this 99% shit, because all these rich fucking trustafarian white kids are not part of the 99%. They're part of another percent. The real percent that's being oppressed is not them. They need to realize that shit. Just because you can't pay back your fucking student loans does not mean that you're oppressed and persecuted and have no future. This means that you got to get a good fucking job. Doesn't mean that you can't get a job like fucking black people can't. Doesn't mean that you're being forced alcohol for the last few hundred years in order to put your entire people into a state of deprivation like Native American people have. Doesn't mean your entire land has been taken from you and genocide has been committed against you like Native American people have. You're not facing the same problems as the true percent of America that's facing the oppression and persecution of this state. So I'm sorry, it's fucking bullshit.
Yeah, you do realize that the people who are actually out there, those people who are actually occupying this, they aren't white people. There are huge demographics. You have blacks, you have Latinos, you have Native Americans, you have Hispanics, you have the Spanish, you have illegal aliens out there protesting as well. And as you said, again, just because you're saying that, oh, the black man's problems, well, are you not acknowledging that each and every black man, in fact, has different problems, and they all cannot actually be addressed unless each individual comes up there and represents themselves? I mean, what you're doing here is that you're saying is that we should just branch off, do our own little groups, but when, in fact, we've been much more... fucking asshole. Yeah, okay. What we can do here is that we can have these individuals, these different quote-unquote groups come on here and speak upon the community's issues as well. And they can do that, but who the fuck has their goddamn mic open? Hello? Alright, testing?
Listen. This occupation thing has no...
The couch dude, I was talking to this couch dude. Could you mute your mic? Thank you. The couch dude. Alright, cool. Thank you. And as I was saying on that part, everybody needs to be represented in a single organization as an emergent structure. And what I'm seeing getting down to you here is that you're talking about like a hierarchical system and whatnot, where we segregate things again, and what you're saying here is, to me, completely off base, because to be honest, this is something we definitely need to get past by. You know why there's a race problem? Because we acknowledge that race exists. That's the problem there, okay? You want to talk about solutions, you want to talk about ending the race problem, we need to stop acknowledging that race exists and only state that there is human beings. There's human problems, and each individual human, whether it's based upon skin color or not, has worse problems than anything else, and they need to represent themselves, and they need to stop having people representing them, and they need to stop having a single party representing an entire community. You know, I don't give a fuck whether or not the Black Panther Party really even cares about, like, or really speaks upon the quote-unquote African community, because they don't speak upon the whole African community, because there are people in the African community who obviously don't agree with them, who obviously have their own particular agenda, who obviously don't speak for them. So to be honest, no one organization speaks upon the behalf of everyone. Everyone speaks, everyone participates. I'm for direct democracy, and that's what I've been doing these past 3 fucking days.
First off, boys, you keep making a statement as if, basically you keep saying like, well, trying to say what I'm trying to say when I'm not saying that. So you'll say that I'm trying to say that we should segregate the movement and split off into groups and debate about whose issues are more prevalent. That's not what I'm fucking saying. You need to listen when people talk to you, because that's not what I'm fucking saying. What I'm saying is we need a replica of the same kind of movement that we had in the original revolutionary movement here in America, which in the 1970s and 1960s, where you saw groups like the Black Panther Party arise. Now, my point is, the problems that are being addressed within this movement are not problems being faced by everybody. But when you have people, the problems that the black man is facing, those were problems that black organizations address. You cannot address those same problems within this movement that you have, because what these white kids going to college, worried about having to pay their debt back, what they're facing is not the same problems that a black man is facing. It is not about let me figure out how to describe this. Basically, like, you were part of the fucking problem. No, because I'm not a part of it. Because you keep saying I'm trying to make it about race when I'm not trying to make it about fucking race. Because the problems that the black man is facing are not the same problems that the white man is facing. So the black man has to handle his own fucking problems, because it's problems that you cannot comprehend, that you cannot understand, that you cannot address. You do not know how to address the emotional problems that the black people are facing in America after going through years and years of slavery and oppression. You don't understand it. You don't comprehend it. So when you sit there and you say, well, we need to work together as a collective movement, that we need to work together as human beings, it shows that you do not understand the problems that the black man faces here in America, or the Native American man, because it shows that you do not understand the difference between your problems and their problems.
Don't fucking make this about me, you goddamn motherfucker, alright? I will not allow you to automatically start saying that this is my fucking fault.
Why are you
addressing this to me, and I'm getting pissed off by it, so stop saying that's my fucking fault. I was not around when that fucking happened. Do not blame me, because I am not responsible for what fucking happened during that timeline, okay? You addressed me, you addressed what I said. You are being a part of the problem by acknowledging that race exists, alright? You want to stop it, then stop acknowledging that race exists. You are perpetuating it. So knock it the fuck off.
What did I just say? What did I just fucking say? I said that the whole concept of race is not real. I agree with you, but what I said, because the white man, and I mean collectively the white man...
You are contradicting yourself. You are contradicting yourself. You're contradicting yourself in your entire fucking rhetoric.
Are you going to let me finish?
No, you are contradicting yourself in your entire fucking rhetoric. You're saying that race does not exist. You're saying that doesn't exist, but then you keep saying the black man this, the black man that. We can empathize with one another. We can empathize with each other. There's something called empathy when we put each other, when we put ourselves in each other's shoes, okay? And if you can't understand a simple thing like fucking empathy, then there's no reason why I should even continue this fucking ridiculous conversation.
Listen, what I did not acknowledge that the fact of race exists. What I said was that the burden of the race was put upon society.
I am done with this conversation. That's all I have to say here. So shut the fuck up and stop addressing me. I don't care what you have to say at this point. Alright, so fuck you.
Listen, the cool concept of race was created by the white man. The white man put the burden of what race is upon society.
Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you!
Why are you crying?
Fuck you, Dawud! Wow. You are not going to blame this shit on me. You're not gonna make this about me. You're not gonna make this fucking shit about white guilt, so fuck you! Alright, I'm putting you on mute now. I'm gonna go and speak to DJ, okay? So fuck you. Alright? You're not gonna put this shit on me. I refuse to be a part of your fucking goddamn race game. Fucking racist! That's what you're being right now. Now, DJ. Alright, what I was basically going to respond to with is that, DJ, just tell Dawud to stop with the white guilt bullshit, because I'm getting sick and tired of it. Alright? He said, I want the white guilt off my shoulders. No, he's trying to put that on me in the first fucking place. I did not come here with that. He started this shit. Okay, so he needs to stop it. Otherwise, every single time he's going to do it, I'm going to interrupt him, and I'm going to mute him. That's all.
Hello? Sorry, Sir Couch, I can't see your screen. I'm sorry if you had your hand up. But I just wanted to say real quick, as friends of both of you, I have to say while I was listening, I think the both of you were really talking past each other. Not to say that there aren't discrepancies between your two views, but I think a lot of the animosity that was just created was you two talking past each other and being too quick to seize on points that were being made that perhaps weren't articulated the best way. And you guys were too quick to seize on those and use those to strawman each other. That's my particular take on the situation here. So if you guys could count to 10, take a deep breath, I think you can come back and have a more productive discussion.
That sounds reasonable.
Alright. Let me just make a point. I hope he's unignore me now, because I'm trying to make a point. You keep interrupting me, voice of reason, so I never get to finish my point. So you hear the first part of my statement, which you take as me bashing you for being white, which is not the case because you don't let me finish my fucking statement. So, anyway.
Hey! Shut the fuck up, alright? Again, I do not have fucking white guilt, and stop trying to put that on me, alright? I am literally fucking offended about the fact that you keep doing it. You keep doing it. You keep doing it. You keep pushing it on me, and I'm literally getting fucking sick and tired of it. So you either stop with the white guilt rhetoric, you either stop it, or I'm ending this conversation now. Alright, are you going to stop with the white guilt rhetoric, or what?
Listen, the cool concept of
then fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! You're ignored! Fuck you! Ignored! Ignored, bitch! Ignored!
I hope everyone sees that this is what you know, we the 99% ones. This is what we want for our society. This fucking crazy bullshit.
Oh, by the way, I don't even care if I'm even interrupting him, but yeah, this white guilt rhetoric, this is just shit that's actually promoted by racist fucking blacks, by racist blacks who do not like whites, regardless of whether or not they're there, and they perpetuate the same myth. The same myth that they tend to do so. I don't really even care if he's white. It's the same fucking racist rhetoric that racist blacks use against whites.
Racist blacks.
So basically, he's just perpetuating the same fucking problem.
You fucking racist blacks.
DJ, listen to me. I don't care. I don't care if he's white. I don't give a fuck. He was the one who made the decision. I told him to stop with the white guilt rhetoric. He said no, and I said I'm ending this conversation right here and now. If you want to talk to someone, talk to him.
Well, you don't dictate what I'm gonna fucking talk about in a free forum.
Alright, DJ, I'm gonna make this very, very clear. Okay, I have been busting my ass off for literally the past 3 days. Okay, and literally what's happening here. I don't care. I don't care. Tell him to fucking stop, because I'm not ignoring him. I'm not ignoring him, okay? I'm literally not. Kick me or boot him. I don't care. Or kick us both. I really don't care. I'm addressing you.
I don't care.
I get offensive. I get fucking offended as.
What the fuck was that shit, man? I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry for you guys who are friends with, but I don't let anybody talk to me that way. I'm sorry. He's gonna cry like that. Fuck that. I'm sorry. Like, that's bullshit.
Yeah, I missed that. Why was he? I mean, obviously, I was still listening while I was in there cleaning my kitchen, but was there something in particular, a particular straw that broke the camel's back?